Hello again. Welcome back to the MooBuff Reactions channel. Today we're going to be watching the classic Angry Video Game Nerd episode on the Dracula video game. This episode is, I believe, 16 fucking years old now, which just seems crazy. The AVGN, he debuted in 2006, so there are people that were born the year he came out who are just entering adulthood. It's just hard to wrap your fucking head around. I haven't reacted to the AVGN in a bit, but I do like James Rolfe stuff quite a bit for those who aren't familiar with me. I haven't seen every single episode he's done. It's kind of been spit out throughout the years from the beginning to the more current. And I did see his movie, which, well, got mixed reception. I did enjoy it a lot. And his other series are a ton of fun, his collaborations with Doug Walker and others. I look forward to this. His Halloween episodes usually go all out, and I haven't seen this particular classic, to shame, but I look forward to it, and it's fun to go back and see where things were at the beginning. The game trailers days. The screw attack days. Yeah, dumb. James loves the shit. The Friday and Nightmare reviews. Classics. Got my shirt ready.
Oh, another night. Shitty games. That's all I do is play shitty games, and I had so fucking many I'll probably be playing till the dawn. It's a sacrifice to the soul, and it's sucking me dry. How appropriate, because tonight it's Dracula. Now when it comes to Dracula games, most people instantly think of the Castlevania series, but I'm going to delve into the fucking catacombs of hell.
As you do, nerd.
Is the count on the VIC-20. Now what the fuck is a VIC-20? Well, it's an old Commodore computer from 1980. Thought the Commodore 64 was primitive? Well, check out the VIC-20. Look at that cartridge. That's what you call a game. Trying to jam the fucker in is a real bitch. Even worse than the Intellivision. It's like trying to stick your dick in a Cheerio. The graphics are non-existent because...
Love his analogies.
It says, I see I was put to bed. It's afternoon and I overslept. What shall I do now? I'm going to write, get out of bed. Don't know what out is. What shall I do now?
It's a text game.
Up. Don't know how to wake something. I don't know what to tell it, but I had the instructions, and it gives you some suggestions of words you can use. So let's try climb. Can't do that yet. Ah, so you're teasing me. Go. I also need a direction. Go right. Don't know what right is. Go left. Don't know what left is. Eat pillow. Yuck. Okay, so I ate the pillow? I didn't expect that. Get up. I'm in a bedroom. Closed window, brass bed.
I think my mom and my aunt had games like this when they were kids.
Go north. What shall I do now? Okay, so I went north. What did that do? Go east? Okay, what shall I do now? Go east again? Use one or two words only. Oh, okay, I'll give you 2 words. Fuck you. Don't know how to fuck something.
I doubt that's part of the game, for real.
Next up, Dracula on the Intellivision.
Oh, so they're doing many Dracula games.
Play as Dracula. Now I'm trying it out on the Intellivision too. It's basically just a redesigned model, which you think would be an improvement. But what in the holy mother of ass is this? If the old Intellivision had a simple plug, why does the newer model have a big fat
fucking plugs, man.
Anyway, you leave your grave and you go around sucking people's blood, which is kind of cool. Dracula has
that sounds fun.
Like Pac-Man. The only thing you can't kill are the wolves and the police who throw wooden stakes. You can turn into a bat and fly away, but then a vulture comes after you. And the only way to kill the police is to transform people into zombies and send them after. But to control the zombies,
as Dracula
you have
does,
to pick up the other controller while controlling Dracula at the same time. So it's like Raiders of the Lost Ark. You really need a second player. The instruction manual text is pretty funny. You say you're always thirsty, Count Dracula? The police harass you and birds and animals are unfriendly and you're allergic to the sun? Well, my man, I'd say you've got some grave problems. Who'd call Dracula my man? Next we have Drac's Night Out on the NES. Now this game was never released,
here we
so
go.
what I'm holding is a
NES.
reproduction cartridge, which is the only way it can
Looks
be played.
kind of goofy.
There's also a big promotion for sneakers, the Reebok pumps. You play as Dracula trying to leave his castle in the middle of the night to find his lady love, Mina. There's a bunch of villagers who kill Dracula by simply touching him. I don't know what kind of sense that makes, but your only method of attack is waving a medallion or shaking some object. I really don't know what it's supposed to be, but if you use it on someone, it hypnotizes them. It may seem simple, but you don't always have this item. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I think it has something to do with the blood meter, but I really don't know.
Ooh,
so you can't
blood
count
meter
on it most of the time. So you have to flick switches which either control barriers to block your enemies or activate traps. Rolling balls, Frankenstein monsters, ghosts, dropping chandeliers.
Crossover.
So you need a lot of strategy to use these traps at the right time. When you stun people, you can suck their blood, and I think you could turn into a bat, but I've never seen it happen. But your only real power-ups are the Reebok pumps. They let you run faster and jump higher. You really need to get these shoes, because without them, you get your ass handed to you. That's what I call a power-up, and that's what I call promotion. Reebok pumps. You ain't shit without it. Pump it up and tear it out. The game also has a time limit, which is a real pain in the ass. If you get stuck on the stairs, you're dead. You can't drop down or you die. So those stairs are your worst enemy.
Reminds me of E.T.
Pisses me off. I can't really complain because this game was never released. It's like someone took a shit and buried it and then someone else decided to dig it up. It's like, what do you expect?
Wonder he got his hands on it.
Game Boy Color, let's try out Dracula Crazy Vampire. What kind of title is that? We know Dracula's a vampire and he's crazy, sure. Anyway, it's a typical overhead action exploration game. Yeah, there's not really much to say. What's Dracula's deal? He's got a big head and his face, he's like, it's kind of redundant and there's no map, so I really don't know where I'm supposed to go. Just going around throwing bats at dogs. That's real creative. Okay, now let's go for the Count's Countdown. Yeah, from Sesame Street.
I can see that.
Or run,
I like the count.
Weird. If you pick hop, that's all you can do. Just hop your way through the whole stage. I've never heard of something like that. Imagine if in Super Mario Brothers, if you had a choice where you could only run or jump.
There's a lot of Mario similarities going on.
5, 10.
Man, that's weird. So you got to go around and find the same number or things that add up to that number. So when you finish that, you go up in the clouds and you have to hit the blocks till the numbers come up, and then you hit the bell. That's about the extent of that. Why am I playing this? Okay,
Very
so this
kiddie.
is Bram Stoker's Dracula on the NES. It's based on the Coppola movie by the same name, just as much as the movie's based on the novel, I suppose. I guess you're supposed to be Keanu Reeves. What's this? Blocks with question marks? Right out of Super Mario Brothers?
There's so much Mario ripoffs going on.
Only seconds into the first level, I come to a wall. There's nowhere to go. I tried jumping down, but that doesn't work, so I had to fuck about until I found out you're supposed to do this ground stomp thing. Yeah, by jumping in the air and hitting down. Why the fuck do you gotta do that? The music is just a scrambled
Video games
mess
in a nutshell.
of 8-bit chaos.
That face.
I've made it to the first incarnation of Dracula, a shadow that emerges from the wall. There's not enough time to hit him. You can either get out of the way or try to attack. Most of the time I can only hit him when he's going the other way. He's just a pain in the ass.
I don't remember a shadow in the movie.
Another Bram Stoker's Dracula. This game was released on both the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. Both versions are pretty much the same. Your sword is a joke. It's about as effective as a butter knife. The gameplay's pretty simple. It's your average platformer. You wander all around fighting a boring array of enemies and search the place for an exit. You can't go in the exit until you find some strange old man who thinks about a weapon. Then you can go find that weapon or head straight to the exit. What's that all about? He thinks of a weapon? Can you read minds? Why doesn't he just give you the weapon and say, here, now go to the exit? It doesn't even tell you that part.
Too
the
easy.
Bosses are senseless. The first one has this gravitational pull that sucks you toward him. There's no strategy. You'll never be able to get close enough to attack him and avoid him at the same time. So the only thing that makes sense is to stand right next to him and just keep hitting him and hope that he dies before you do. The strangest enemy I've noticed is this green plant thing. It just looks like something's wrong. When I saw
I don't remember any of this in the Coppola movie.
See, they're supposed to be coming out of the walls. What's this shit? It looks like it's suspended in the air. Were they too lazy to just flip it around? What I really fucking hate are these goddamn spears. Oh, F, I mean fuck. How the hell am I supposed to get past these things? There's no fucking pattern. Your only hope is to dodge the first one and then just run through it. In most games, when you get hit, you're invincible for a brief moment. But here, you have no recovery time. You just take damage till you die. It can drain all your life in one fast combo.
I'm not playing even I feel the frustration.
That's it? Overall, it's a mediocre platformer game and a cheap exploitation of the Coppola movie. Wait, who's this? Fred Fox? Fred Fox?
It would come back later, many years later.
Fred Fox! Oh my god, Fred Fox! Oh my god, it's Fred Fox! Oh, Fred Fox! Okay, one more. Now really, this could go on forever. Bram Stoker's Dracula on the Sega CD. I already comment on this game in my Sega CD review, but it's just
I can get behind that.
It has
Punching
impressive
bats.
graphics for its time, and it has all these cutscenes where it shows clips from the movie, but it's so badly pixelated and it's pointless. There's also this guy with a pipe reading a book.
Jonathan Hunt.
Why? I actually did manage to get to Dracula, at least in his first form, and he looks just as laughable as he did in the movie. But the most ridiculous part is when you die.
From the
What the hell?
From the
Is that
vampirist
from a
rape
movie?
orgy.
I don't know. Maybe it's from Bill and Ted.
The game looks amazing for its time, but the control is what kills it. It's
Does
so
look good.
awkward trying to jump. You fall through shit and the attacks are so delayed. It's impossible to turn around and hit your enemies before they hit you. You just wish you had a whip or a sword or something. I mean, not your bare hands. All you get is this stupid little kick to kick the fucking rats. Yeah, that's all it
Oh,
is.
yeah,
It's
it's
just
silly.
rats and
Yeah, it looks
bats.
silly.
How many fucking games need to have bats? Like, seriously, I know it's Dracula, but why do so many games have so many fucking bats?
what else are they gonna use?
Seriously, I fucking hate bats.
Show is interesting given your costume.
I'm sick of it all. Morning sun, vanquish me.
This happens to most nerds. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that very much. Some of the games look a bit hard to follow, which, again, I'm not much of a game player, and none of these make me really want to get into it. But, let's see, the most interesting ones, the Count, the type game, that just looks like it get old pretty fast. The Dracula Intellivision, the police, looks, a few good ideas, but not much going for it. Is one with Drac's Night Out. The most memorable part was when he pointed out that it's never been released, to which I wonder, how the fuck did he get his hands on it? Did he go to Spoonie for another really old callback to the good old days? Did he go to Spoonie for his bootlegger connections? And yeah, there's a lot of Mario similarities and possible rip-offs. No, not possible. Definite rip-offs. The Sesame Street one looks the simplest, like definitely meant for kids. And the Coppola games, some of them look pretty frustrating, but at the same time, pretty interesting. My favorite moment was probably the nerd's face as the weird music played. Sure I didn't get that right. And yeah, there's so much shit in these games that I don't believe, I know we're not in Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula, but games are known to have a lot of shit not in the movies. And the Sega part, he got frustrated, but I enjoyed seeing him punch the bats. That looked fun. and then the whole showing clips from the movie. Yeah, I can get behind that. And even though he said he hated him, I like that he had the big back battle at the end. That was a bunch of fun. And James Rolfe, he can always be very creative with what he's limited to working with, although these days he's gotten a lot of production and value to work with. A lot of good collaborators, and Fred fucks. The role that he somehow wrangled Gilbert Gottfried into playing.
Are you the one that gives the hand jobs? Jones says, yes, I am. He says, well, wash your hands, bitch. I want a cheese sandwich.
Rest in peace, man. So, very fun AVGN to tackle this Halloween season, and hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's getting some good horror viewings in, and I will see you again, hopefully soon.